Hello and welcome to the initiative. So I like to pace when I talk, like I like to think and pace and talk at the same time, and it really helps me just blurt out a bunch of stuff. But the problem is it doesn't always make a lot of sense. So I need to watch out because I'm doing that right now, but I don't want to go on a million different tangents. So let's just start the video off with a tangent, right? Anyway, so today I just wanted to talk about not a cool theory, but instead just a cool opinion. I really want to see the Cabal in Marvel's Avengers game. I think they're a cool group of supervillains led by Norman Osborn in the comics, right? And, I think it'd be awesome to fight against all of them, especially since Loki's in there and Taskmaster's in there. The Avengers are always brought together by Loki, so him being in the game at all would be kind of cool, a reference to the first Avengers movie and also the first Avengers comic. Loki is known for bringing the Avengers together. But I think the main reason why I really want this is not only because Taskmaster's in there, but also because it would be a cool way to connect Spider-Man and Avengers again, even more so, by having Norman Osborn lead the Cabal, right? I mean, he doesn't even have to lead them. As long as he's a part of the Cabal, that would be so cool, just to have him be this mysterious benefactor. You could have him like in an overcoat or like in a trench coat with a hat, and we never really find out who he is till the end of the game, and then it's like, oh my god, Norman Osborn was part of the Cabal, and then you're like, the universes are connected, confirmed, right? That's all we need, and it'd be really cool. Also, I like how the Cabal is sort of like the mirror image of the Avengers, right? Because it gives me this vibe of kind of like the Dark Knight, how they talk about escalation, how, we start wearing costumes, what do they start to do, right? Once you introduce a superhero, then comes a supervillain. Once you introduce a superhero team, then comes a supervillain team, right? I like that. I mean, you could just do the Masters of Evil, which is cool. That's perfect. Either way works for me. But because the Avengers game takes a lot of inspiration from the Bendis books, as pointed out by Evan Falarka in his most recent video, I think using the Cabal would just be more probable, make more sense, and, I think the Cabal has a edgier, more modern ring to it than the Masters of Evil. Even though I love the Masters of Evil, I think maybe modern audiences would prefer the Cabal. Plus, the Cabal was a part of this recent Avengers cartoon that I'm personally not a huge fan of. I don't keep up with that. I'm more of a Earth's Mightiest Heroes guy myself. But anyway, point is, I think the Cabal could actually be in Marvel's Avengers game, and I would love to see that. I would love to see that a lot. You can always change up the roster, but as long as there is this secret group of supervillains, that's really fun to say, I'm satisfied. And if Norman Osborn's in there, I'm satisfied times 10. So yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. I really want this to happen, and I wanted to put that out there. I had this whole conspiracy theory about why it totally makes sense, but then I realized that I only came up with the theory so that it made sense to me, that it wasn't just my opinion. Because in preparation for the game, I ended up reading way too many Avengers comics and way too many Bendis Avengers comics. I read through the whole Avengers run by Brian Michael Bendis, which was a hassle, but I did it. And I think I came up with this theory to justify me reading all of those books. But I realized the theory is too far-fetched, so I'm just going to put this out as an opinion video and say, hey, Taskmaster's a part of the Cabal. Taskmaster needs to be funded by someone in the game, so maybe he's a part of the Cabal, and the Cabal are in the Avengers game. That would make sense. That would be cool. And then you can put Norman Osborn in there, maybe not. But either way, supervillain team for the win, right? So that's the video for today, short and sweet.